first step in getting this dash tore out to install the amplifier is to remove the glove box. It's just like most modern glove boxes, so you squeeze the top, pop it out, and then it'll just unsnap from the bottom. So then there's a bunch of pawls around the edge of this and one screw right in here. I'll put a graphic of that up. But to get to that screw, we're gonna have to pull this trim off, which has about 6 to 8 screws in it, and I'll put a graphic up of that also. So let's go ahead and get this off first. Alright, so once you get all the screws out, this actually pops off really easy. I wasn't even intending to pull it off. I just barely put any tension on it and it popped off. So then, I don't necessarily, there's a plug here if you want to take this all the way out. You're going to undo that plug and it'll come right out for you. I'm sure I have to replace that. But all I needed to get to was this screw right here. Not sure if you can see that there. Let's see here. Right there, that screw. And then I should be able to just pop the top dash cover off. Let's see if it goes that smoothly. And I already started prying the pawls off on this. The easiest spot is to start on this corner right over here. Like I said, I'll put a graphic of that up, and then from there you can kind of work around the bottom and then the top, and it's real easy to get off. So once we get that out of our way, we're going to want to pull the radio out. So it's just a few screws. Again, I'll put an exploded graphic of that up so you guys can see exactly how to get that off. Alright, and get this radio out, you're going to have 4 screws here. 2 down here, and 2 up here. You can't get to these without pulling this out. And they'll take the screw there and there. I'll put an exploded graphic of that up also, and you guys can see exactly how to get that off. There we are. Alright. And the harness I'm breaking into is that one right there. So let's get my amplifier in here. Try to figure out how we're gonna mount it in this tight spot back here, and go from there. All right, so I got the harness mounted right back here. There's some metal framing for the dash. Runs down here and across. I zip tied it real tight to that one. There's just enough room in the harness to attach here. Got it all taped up pretty good. Just have to run that wire to my battery source, so I'm gonna have to find a good way through the dash for that. But other things to note, the blue wire, the amp turn on, if you're running any additional amps, I just taped it up separately right here, just kind of bound it up on the side outside of everything else, and wrap some Tesa tape around it. So I'm gonna get this thing wired in and I'll show you guys that. Alright, so I got my power wire ran down. I'm going to run to the fuse blocks and do a power tap on the audio fuse. It's a 20 amp, so I'm going to tap off it and just run a 15 amp to this. So let's go ahead and get this soldered up. Alright, so now we got our power source on this end, soldered, shrink wrapped. So I'm going to do is kind of feed this down through all the way back, get the radio situated back in the dash, and then move on down to the power source at the fuse box, that end of the line, and get that fixed up, and then we'll put everything back together. All good.
Down here in the fuse panel, I just tapped into the windshield washer pump, and you can see just soldered it up. Right up there, I've still got a zip tie, my wire running across the top there. Just wanted to make sure everything was functional before I went and did that. So all that's left, put the little cover back on, then go test her out.
All right, I got everything installed. It sounds great. One thing I should have mentioned a minute ago was the reason I plugged into the windshield washer pump was because I like the amplifier to shut off when I shut the car off. If you want it to continue to play after you shut the car off while you still have it in run, go ahead and plug into the audio fuse. I prefer to plug them into something that shuts it off because I like to not come out to a dead battery if the amplifier decides to fail. That has happened to me more than once. So otherwise, I used to have to push this radio really hard on almost max volume at highway speeds just to be able to really hear the music. Now I can achieve a greater volume at 3 little sound bars. That right there is substantially louder than the factory system ever even got. So that's pretty nice. I cannot wait to get the new speakers in. That'll be in the next video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and check out the links to all the products I used in the description. Thanks for watching.